What's going on, YouTube Nation? Cowboy Nation, what's good with you? It's your boy Ken here. Just want to kind of go over the 2013 season of the Dallas Cowboys. First things first, I want to say Happy New Year's to everyone. Happy 2014. I know I'm a little week late or whatever, but hey, it's better late than never. But anyway, just want to talk about. Just real quick, just want to talk about the outcome of the season. What some of the things we did right and some of the things we didn't do right, and some of the things we could and we can do in the off season, and what we should avoid in the off season, and what to expect in the 2014 season. First things first. We're gonna go all the way from training camp. Well, actually, from the end of the season of 2002, not 2002, 2012, all the way until this point here. As you know, we lost against the Redskins. Had an 8-8 season, which we should have won the NFC East division, but we lose against RG3 them, especially with him with a busted knee. So Jerry Jones comes out on the radio, basically says, "Oh yeah, this offseason is going to be very uncomfortable." So basically what he did was he went out and fired the defense coordinator, Rob Ryan. He fired Skip Pete, the running backs coach. He fired the defensive lines coach. He went out and basically just got rid of guys that I guess was the main problem, with this team. That's pretty much what he did. And then all of a sudden, we released some guys like Marcus Spears, and let's see who else. Felix Jones got released. Sensabaugh, we released him. I remember we did that and stuff. So we got rid of some of the junk that we didn't really need. So basically, Romo has a situation with his back where he has to go and get it corrected. So he ended up missing OTAs. But before that, what happened was, soon he signed a $55 million guaranteed contract, which I think it's like 108, but 55 of it is like guaranteed. So basically, after he did that, he said that he has to get surgery on his back. So he did that, and he ended up missing OTAs. So and then all of a sudden, once training camp comes around, we had some injuries, especially on the D line, that really hampered us a lot. First things first, Jay Ratliff had a situation with his, with the groin and all that stuff like that. Tyron Crawford, Ben Bass. It was so many, big guys that we have that that could have really helped us out this season. It was just up and down. So a lot of games we should have won. Just going into the regular season, a lot of games we should have won. We should have won the KC game. We should have won the Broncos game. We should have won the Chargers games for sure. The Detroit game was awful. Awful. Saints game was one thing, because they're a different animal inside their building. Let's see who else we lost against. We lost against the I'm trying to think who else we played against. The Bears. I think the cold and the weather and all that stuff had some effect with it and all that stuff with this team. The Packers game was probably the nail in the coffin as far as what this team is at right now. Let's see, especially with the play calling decisions and stuff. And then, of course, the Eagles game here at home, it didn't pan out too well. So A lot of things. I mean, a lot of good things kind of happened this season. Cole Beasley was he was doing what he usually do. Dwayne Harris had a pretty good season. His forced returning kicks. Dez was being respected a lot more. He made the Pro Bowl. He did his thing. Congrats to him. Tyron Smith, to me, was the best left tackle in all of football season, protecting Romo's blind side. Offensive line overall did a sturdy job all season long. They didn't really get Romo killed too much. They was able to do was they was able to really give him some good protection. They was able to run the ball as a late, which I think that motivated them a lot, especially down the stretch. But I mean, they did what they supposed to do. Now the problem that's on the other side of the ball is the defense side of the ball. Like I said, lack of depth. Number one, you gotta have depth when you got a D line. Number two, you gotta have depth at linebackers. The defensive backs, it's kind of suspect. They suffer for Orlando Scanders. Morris Claiborne seemed like more of a bust. Brandon Carr is really overpaid. Barry Church played okay all season. J.J. Wilcox still got a lot of learning to do, but he was effective in somewhat. Did okay. Jeff Heath had his moments. I mean, he played good and he played bad. I mean, it was so many things that this defense can really improve on, especially in the secondary. The D-line, more than anything, could not provide any pressure on the quarterback all season long, really. I mean, it was like every quarterback that played against that defense knew that they was going to have time in the pocket. It was a matter of can the receivers get open, and they sure did. I mean, look at the games against the Broncos where Peyton Manning had all the time in the world just torching us apart. But one thing we did do against the Broncos was we exposed their defense a lot in that game. Defense could not stop our offense at all. Couldn't stop Romo. I mean, even though he threw that pick at the end, but I mean, he had a hell of a game. He outplayed Peyton Manning in that game. He really did. Outpassed him in every statistic that was there, except for the interception. So I mean, that's the one thing that everybody looks on. So for the most part, I mean, for the whole season and most of all, the play calling got to be a little bit more creative. You got to be a lot more aggressive. You got to be a lot more 2 plays ahead of the play call, the play that you're about to run or whatever. I mean, you got to know you got to know what's going on. Do not give the defense any chance or any daylight of trying to settle in, because soon they settle in, it's like, oh, they know exactly what to do, or they're gonna come out with their ears pinned back and stuff. So I mean, that's one thing they're gonna have to do in off season. They're gonna have to go out and get guys that really wants to, that's got a killer instinct, that's beefy, guys that plays on an edge, guys that's smart to the ball, and most of all, they have to be physical. And not only that, you got to have more depth. It can be on both sides of the ball, but more than anything, it's the defense. The defense is more the depth lacked and stuff. So they have to hook up that D line more than anything, and the linebackers have to be second. But like I said, you got to go out and get guys. I mean, I know Hatcher probably won't be there anymore. Like I said, you gotta get something. You gotta get something to hook it up and stuff. So that's all I got for the season review of 2013 with the Dallas Cowboys. Of course, that is my thoughts. That's my what I've seen, and if I miss anything, I'm sorry, but that's what I've seen. Like I said, hey, we did what we were supposed to do at certain points, and not only that, we was able to really to get out to what we had to do and stuff. So pretty much that's all I got. Y'all take care out there. Go Cowboys. Oh, shout out to everybody, to all the fans, everybody. The SoCal family was good. All Arizona, what's good? Houston, all you guys, Memphis. I mean, pretty much everywhere. All right, y'all just take it easy out there. Later.